how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm Platter videos. Here's videos I'm going to do for Leeuwen, where I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that at the time I'm doing this, folks, yeah, there's KRAFT macaroni and cheese, but you have to remember, you have to go over there and get your crafting skill up high enough to craft the KRAFT macaroni and cheese. That's real in video games and in real life. But anyway, folks, I'm in the back room. Peter Can Thunderbolt poster behind me. Crappy old ladder off to the side. Then on top of that, we got some Marvel figures up there and such. I'm also wearing a cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a cool shirt, I like to highlight the cool shirt that I'm wearing. What cool shirt am I wearing? Well, it's pretty obvious. Well, maybe not. I'm kind of fat and awkward shaped. Boom! Coal Chamber shirt. If you're not familiar with Coal Chamber, first of all, what have you been doing with your life? Unless you were born after, like, the year, we'll say, like, 95. I think after that it would be a little bit difficult. Coal Chamber are a band. They've been around since the 90s. Early members of the... it wasn't even the nu metal scene at the time. They lead singer specifically said they used to refer to themselves as spooky core. And then they kind of, when nu metal became the overlapping term, they got tagged into it. But I like Coal Chamber a lot. I also like the lead singer's other band, Devil Driver. They're very solid. I've seen them perform with Static X. I actually played a couple Coal Chamber tracks, which I actually have on this very channel, though I wouldn't recommend going and watching my video of it because I made the mistake of going over there and singing along to the song while I was doing the video, so I kind of ruined the experience a little bit. But anyway, Coal Chamber shirt aside, folks, what am I trying for y'all today? Well, I brought up macaroni and cheese for a very specific reason, because we're doing, boom! It is Van Leeuwen's, or however that is supposed to be pronounced. I apologize to the Van Leeuwen family. KRAFT macaroni and cheese French ice cream. So here's the thing. I just got through doing the review for the pizza ice cream. Go watch that video if you're interested. And in that, I mentioned that particularly these two ice creams, the pizza and the macaroni and cheese ones, they really kind of became a little bit of a thing a few months ago. Like, I started seeing a lot of, people on Facebook posting about it and stuff. At the time, I couldn't find them. I did do a couple of other reviews. I did their hot honey and their Grey Poupon. Go watch those videos if you're interested. But I couldn't find the pizza or the macaroni ones. That is up until recently. So I finally found them. Now I'm doing the review. Months past the point in time when they're likely to gain any significant traction. But that's okay, folks, because at the end of the day, I'm not doing this just for the views, folks. I'm doing this for the love. And hopefully, I'm going to love some KRAFT macaroni and cheese ice cream. Let's find out. Very yellow. How am I going to open you? Oh, wow, that is straight yellow. I thought this was just, because on, like, the other ones, it's just like a white sheet. This one, no, they're like, no, this is yellow. This is very yellow. God damn it, now I got the Coldplay song stuck in my head from, like, what was it, like 99, 97, something like that. And it was all yellow. I don't hate Coldplay. I'm not a fan, but I don't hate them. They do their thing. Let's try some macaroni and cheese ice cream. Maybe I'll do a whole channel just about Coldplay. That's not happening. Be a very short series. I don't know a lot about them. It's so yellow. It's unnaturally so. Yeah, it doesn't give off a smell, so. Okay, so it seems like the main KRAFT mac and cheese aspect is specifically KRAFT cheese sauce mix. So the rest of it looks to be relatively normal ice cream isms. Okay. I get what they're doing with it. I'm down with it. The key thing with the Van Leeuwen stuff is that even though they do come out with these wacky flavors and stuff, they're not doing it strictly for the wackiness. Ultimately, they are trying to create ice cream that still tastes good, which is an admirable fucking thing when you're coming up with grape upon ice cream. This one, I think, actually works really well. It's very nice ice cream. And it does, I'm not going to say that my mind immediately goes to Kraft mac and cheese, though to be fair, it's been a while since I've had Kraft mac and cheese, which is a little bit surprising. You'd think a guy like me would be. I don't have anything against it, it's just not something I do regularly. But there is a familiar taste to it. And the thing is that, because literally the second ingredient is cane sugar. So, of course, it's going to be sweet. But it does do a nice job of being sort of sweet and then also having something of a savoriness to it as well. Like, it's not, it starts off kind of sweet, your brain kind of thinks, okay, ice cream, gotcha. And then it goes into like a savoriness, and once it properly melts, that's when you get like that Kraft mac and cheese taste. I'm down with this, I really am. Now, I will say this. I've been known to go over there and knock down a pint of ice cream. I don't typically do it, but I've done it in the past. Depending on the ice cream. Fish food, that stuff, that's not going to last a day in my freezer. It's just not. This would, but not because it's bad, specifically because it has that savory aspect to it. It is a bit much. No, it's not too much. I will say that. It's a bit much. Because at the end of the day, you got to kind of think of it in terms of like, all right, on one hand, you got a bowl of ice cream. You can probably eat a bowl of ice cream. Most people can eat a bowl of ice cream. On the other hand, you got a bowl of mac and cheese. Again, most people can eat mac and cheese. This is combining aspects of both. So you have the sweet aspects of the ice cream as well as the savory aspects of the mac and cheese. That is a bit much. I don't know for me personally that I would ever just sit down, pick this up, and just start going to town on it. It would be a thing where like I would, it would sit in my freezer and then periodically I would go over there and tag in a little bit here and there. But here's the thing. I do like it. I really do. Not only, it is so weird when that Kraft hit, hit sort of takes effect at the end. Because up until that point, it's just like, all right, savory ice cream. Then it's like Kraft mac and cheese. But yeah, like I said, I do like it. Like overall, because I think this one perfectly nails what Van Leeuwen does well when they do it well, which is that, again, yeah, it's a gimmick, clearly. Kraft macaroni and cheese is not going to go over there and take over the shelves of your local supermarket. It's not going to replace chocolate. Just not going to happen. But it does taste good, and at the same time, it manages to be gimmicky in a pleasant way. And that really is kind of the best aspect of it. Is, again, it's clearly a gimmick, but at the same time, it's still tasty ice cream, even if it's a little bit odd tasting. Now, that said, would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I do think I would get this again. Not with any regularity. Like, it is a limited edition flavor. I don't know what the run of it is going to be, if it'll be something they'll bring out on like an, occasional basis, or if this will be the only time they do it or whatever. If it were still around in 6 months, I could see going over there partially for the lulz and partially because it is interesting and going over there and picking myself up another pint. Because when the fuck else, right? Now, would I recommend it? Depends on what you want from your ice cream experience. Are you going into this wanting ice cream? That really is the question. If you want a pint of ice cream, contextually this does that. Maybe even spiritually, I don't know. But I don't know that, again, just for my own palate, I don't know that this would be a thing that most people would go with, even though I don't think it tastes bad. Now, if you're going into it with the perception that it is exactly what it is, which is a gimmicky, fun little thing, 100%, give it a shot. It doesn't taste bad. It's kind of odd, but it's a fun experience. And again, when the hell else? So that's the thing. You have to take that into account. I'm not going to say I don't think that anybody might have this as their favorite ice cream, because we live in a world with billions of people and different taste buds and such. But I don't think it would be most people's favorite. But I do think that it's a fun little gimmicky thing. So anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. Close up the ice cream. Go on top of the other one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your... Folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly mac and cheese rest of your life. Because, say what you will, folks, mac and cheese, not only is it extremely popular, it's easy to make, and it's very versatile. Those are all aspects that, the easy to make thing is a little bit hard to apply to your life, but depending on what you do with yourself. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole. That's not the easiest thing in the world to do, folks. Even in a world where we have macaroni ice cream. Okay? But, we're going to have to go out into the world. If you want, you can keep some macaroni ice cream on you as emotional support ice cream. I went over there and made that joke in my head, and then it kicked over and was like, no, that's kind of a thing. You probably wouldn't take it publicly, but let's be honest, folks. There's some times in our lives when just a pint of ice cream is the thing that's going to go over there and cure what ails us. But anyway, we are going to have to go out into the world, emotional support ice cream or not, and in those situations, we might find ourselves prone to be a little bit assholishness. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, we can do better next time, not only for the people around us, but also for ourselves. And the very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Now, folks, maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to try out yourself some macaroni ice cream, as I have done here today. Maybe you're going to go over there and be like, okay, yeah, that's pretty neat. It's it's got some, it's very neon yellow and stuff, kind of orangish yellow. And, all right, but, can we do better? So you go over there, and you're like, all right, we're not going to do the KRAFT stuff. We're going to go old school Italian, all right? We're going to go find some village in Italy that's been making macaroni for 800 years, right? I don't think has macaroni been around for 800 years? I don't know. Is it even strictly from Italy? And I'm not trying to, diminish that or anything. That. It's just one of those things where it's it's become so American. And I guess technically the macaroni is just the shape of the noodles. So I'm going into a weird place here with this whole thing. I need to bulk up on my macaroni history. But anyway, you go over there, you get some old school recipe, you go over there, you mix it up, you make the thing, go over there, present it to the people. Okay? And it's not only so good that it goes on to sell all kinds of stuff, but then on top of that, hey, maybe you're over there, and, no, that doesn't work, because that was Argentina. I was going to make a, don't cry for me thing, but, again, that's Argentina. Where am I going with this analogy? Where am I going? Well, it's not even an analogy, it's just a story that I'm concocting in my head. Something. No, that doesn't work either. That's Spanish. I'm coming to realize in my head that I just don't know that much about Italy. Sorry, Italy, I apologize. I know some stuff about World War I and World War II. Anyway, or you could do another thing where I don't just trail off and go into nowhere. Maybe just go over there and make yourself some macaroni and cheese for real, and it's really good and tasty. Bye!